Maybe turn. Yeah. Well, there we go.
Too bright. Oh, way too bright.
Well, there's nothing on my side.
Oh, we can do that.
Oh!
That's even worse.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Okay.
Hi.
Turn that one off too. It's too bright.
That's gonna have to.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that lighting?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're a little dark.
that's fine.
I'm in the light.
Well, you can see there's Tokyo back there, but can you guys see if it's
Do you want me to check?
Yeah,
it?
just to see because it may have skipped a step. No, get Marty over here. No, you're good. All right, we'll see. Because if not, we have to redo this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm not on the Wi-Fi. Is this room, I think.
Yeah, I can take a look.
Yeah.
If we are live, good morning.
Yeah. If we.
We are.
Oh, is it showing it?
Well, it's got our great
Hit,
thumbnail.
hit it and see if it opens it up.
Hit it.
Well, I was already trying,
We'll,
but it's
we'll
not.
be our very first.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, Derek White. Hey Derek. So we are live.
Sweet.
Sorry for the technical thing. We had a little technical snafu minor, but
It says it's upcoming.
oh, it's live.
There we
Okay.
go. We're watching ourselves.
I want to wave and see how Lyndon delivers. All right, we're live. What time is it back in Ohio, Derek? If you still live in Ohio, I think you live in Ohio. Hello, guys. Lee's on here. Guys from Disney World.
Hey.
That's what he
Disney World?
says.
Disney World.
Yeah.
That's what it
What the hell is he
says.
doing at
6:30
Disney
in the
World?
morning.
We're in Tokyo, and it is just after 7. Oh, it's 6:26 a.m. there in Ohio. So this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, it's in the morning.
It's like morning risers.
Yeah. So if you can see, that's what Tokyo looks like right now. It's just the sun is going down, and this is we had just a day of travel today. We woke up literally across the street from Fuji-Q, and in pouring rain. It's been raining the entire day, but we didn't go to the park today because we did that yesterday, and they got all the credits and just had a great day. There isn't a single park on this entire trip that we needed 2 days for because we got really lucky with crowds. And in Marty and I's case, there's a couple parks we just didn't care about. but speaking of Disney, no.
Wait, so Lee's at Disney.
Lee's at Disney World.
Disney
So,
World.
which park are you at, or are you at a hotel at Disney?
I mean, it's 6:30 in the morning. So.
Oh well,
so
okay.
then-
Yeah. So this is our last stream for the trip. It has been incredible. We tallied up how many miles we walked on this trip, and it was now it's over 150 miles, I think. So
It sounds like a lot.
Marty's shoes are showing it.
So are
I
mine.
didn't
Mine
know
are
these
too.
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to. That's the camera I have to look into right there under the green light. I keep wanting to look over here.
Oh.
Animal Kingdom today. He
Oh,
said.
cool.
Very cool.
Nice.
With its whopping 5 attractions.
I've never been to Animal Kingdom. Actually.
So,
Ride the triangle.
right. I don't know what that
It's
is.
a Defunct Land reference.
Oh, okay.
really?
Yeah.
But he also could over so you can see Vince more too.
Hello.
But we did.
Wait.
What?
Well, is Lee? Is he going to do Iron Gwazi? Because I don't think he has.
Are you down there to do Iron Gwazi, Lee?
If
Wow.
so,
Yeah. But as these guys have found out, Japan can do RMCs as well.
they can only do one though.
Well, until
A single round.
yeah. Oh, they need it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Wow, they did like a custom single row or something. But this trip has just been a huge blur. It was interesting because we haven't been. This is the hotel we started the very first stream at, and we spent the first full 7 days at this hotel.
Yes.
Okay, so we left Tokyo for a couple weeks, and we came back, and as soon as we arrived at the station, it literally felt like home to us.
Yep.
It was really strange. We didn't need a map to figure out where to walk to. We just knew where to go. And now we're on the 15th floor, and
Moving up in the morning.
yeah, moving up. We have a slightly bigger room. The room by Fuji-Q was the biggest of the trip so far. It was more like an American room, I guess you could say.
The biggest but the oldest hotel.
Yeah.
So,
And we had an incredible view of Mount Fuji yesterday, which you'll see in the vlogs. I'm going to start editing these as soon as I get home, and I haven't watched any of the footage. It's funny, it's getting dark there and getting night here. Yeah. I mean, it's strange. We are literally 6,000 miles from home. How many? God, we 3 hours today we traveled.
I'm gonna eat this before it melts.
Oh yeah, he has a Fanta grape ice cream he found. Fanta grape has just been one of the great drinks of the trip.
Yeah, it was about 3 hours of traveling. Woke up, looked at Mount Fuji, or at least tried to look at
Yeah.
Mount Fuji, and then just made our way to Tokyo.
If you're watching this and you happen to go to Fuji-Q today, I'm sorry, because when we left, nothing was running when we passed the park. But the last time we talked to you folks was in Osaka, perhaps.
Kitakyushu.
Kitakyushu, that's right. Okay, so
That was cool.
it's funny because we had an interesting bus ride from somewhere to Fuji-Q. Do you guys want to comment on that?
So we took
I was asleep.
the official Fuji-Q Highland bus to get from Mishima to Fuji-Q to our hotel, because we didn't want to have to go all the way back to Tokyo and then take the train through the mountains. So we got the bus. We booked the tickets. We specifically booked the bus with the stop with the starting point at Mishima, and the destination was Fuji-Q Highland. That was what we put in. That's what our ticket said. So our bus is approaching Fuji-Q Highland. We're all aghast. We're like, oh my gosh, the park looks phenomenal. We're gonna have so much fun. And then we just watch it go away.
Drove past.
We just drove right past it. And we're like, wait, we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to stop. So I jumped to the front to the bus driver, and I'm like, are we not stopping at Fuji-Q? And he said, no Fuji-Q. And so we're like, uh-oh. So we continue on to the train station in the next town over. So we're not terribly far, but we're just super annoyed because our tickets clearly say dropping us off at Fuji-Q Highland, and now we're not in walking distance of our hotel. But it ended up working out because there was just a lineup of taxis at this train station that we were dropped off at, and it was raining out, so we managed to get a taxi ride straight to the front of our hotel without having to walk in the rain.
But we got screwed by 1,500 yen for the taxi. Because
Oh yeah, that was good. And
It
then
was additional cost.
I was
We weren't
sleeping on the
expecting.
bus, and they saw something that I didn't see.
Yeah,
that was
I think I told about that.
yeah. They saw something in another driver's car.
Yeah.
So,
I was looking. Yeah.
We'll talk about that on Sean's live stream after dark.
Yeah, after dark. X-rated live stream.
Yeah, they saw somebody watching something
Questionable.
questionable.
While driving.
Yeah, and I was out. I've been sleeping. The thing about the trains and all that, they just kind of rock you to sleep. The motion's very smooth. Today was interesting because we got on a train with virtually no one on it, and by the time the stops are progressively busier and busier as we were going into the city, and then we went from these glorious mountains with all this clouds going into the valleys and stuff to the city like that. I keep on wanting to look over here, like that, and then Tokyo is such a massive city. It's the world's largest city. We were on that train for probably an hour in metro before we even got to our station.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Absolutely.
37 million people.
37 million people live. 37 million people live here, and but we have been doing just everything's just worked out so well. We've even managed to do cultural stuff, including 2 nights of karaoke, and then and then they both got milestones.
Yeah.
Vince got his coaster number 1,000, which was
Aquawind at Lagunicia.
we had a great time there, and then Anthony.
Hey, Janiko! Let's
800.
go! I got excited.
So
That's how I feel.
people are quiet here, by the way. 800 they got, so that was awesome. I only rode 2 things at Fuji-Q. I rode the new coaster, which was really, really fun. Really,
Zokon.
yeah, Zokon. It just, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't watch a single video, so I went in blind, like Anthony's done for this and pretty much this entire trip, and it was so much better than I could have expected. And then I made the mistake of riding Janiko, but that's just me. These guys really had great rides on it, but my shoulders are really, really sore today from it. But I don't have to ride it again. I didn't ride Fujiyama this trip because I knew it screws my back. That weird ending
Evening.
thing.
It's
The
crazy.
finale.
But I
Crazy
still
finale.
had a fantastic day at the park. So
It was probably one of our better days at a big park.
yeah, there wasn't very many crowds. Like when we were at Nagashima Spa Land, we originally opted for 2 days there, but it was super hot and the water park wasn't open, so there was no one there. So we had a great time. Same thing with Central Park, Kojima Central Park. Himeji, Jesus. Himeji Central Park, sorry, it literally blurs. There was nobody there and we had a great time there. Vince said something really interesting to me, and I don't know if you want to say it on here. It wasn't anything bad, but I asked him on the train this morning when we were watching the park fade off into the distance, Fuji-Q. I said, "Is this one of the most awe-inspiring trips you've ever done?" And he told me no.
I said, it is the most awe-inspiring trip I've done. It just had everything. Just fantastic parks, fantastic coasters, just this
You can wrap it open.
massive, immersive
Quiet.
cultural experience. Beautiful landscape. This country is just drop dead gorgeous, and then just getting to share it all with these guys has been just. This has been one of the best trips I've ever done. Period.
And
There's
vending machines.
vending machines.
Love those.
Yeah, we may have walked 150 miles, but probably 50 of those miles are walking to vending machines. So
Between them.
yeah.
different
Oh my God, there's so much stuff we've eaten on this trip that a lot of it you don't know what it is. Oh, and you'll see this in our videos. I'm just gonna tell this now. We went to a Big Boys last night, and it was the first time I have, and I'm sure these guys as well, where the waiter was a robot, and it brought out your food.
Play the tune.
It played a tune. It came and got your dishes. It knew when you were done eating. Well, we think that they hit a button like those people are done eating, and it comes and you put your dishes on there. It brought out ice cream. We couldn't stop taking video of it, but if that's the future, I'm all in. It sucks that it replaces a waiter job. However,
No more tips.
yeah, there's no tips here in Japan. They don't accept tips, but at the same time, that robot created probably some jobs. So it's sad and good at the same time. I love cool kind of technology things, and the food was good too.
Yep.
What's the worst food you ate on the trip? I haven't eaten.
I know the worst drink I had on the trip.
Well, yeah, that was you and I. We
Yeah,
at Disney Sea, we
Horrible.
got this thing that looked like lemon, and it was some watered down tea thing, and it was
wasn't it Mickey Mouse?
was
or
Donald
some
Duck.
Donald Duck.
and we didn't even finish them. It was terrible.
Undrinkable.
Yeah, we threw them away. We felt bad about that, but there was I don't know who would order that drink. Maybe we got bad ones or something, but it was weird. What about you?
Worst food though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything's been pretty good.
I'm struggling to think of the worst food. The worst drink I probably drank on this trip was probably the beer they gave us on the first day when we checked into this hotel.
At this
And,
place.
and that's been my favorite beer because it's
And
the
we didn't
9%.
get any this time.
No, they didn't.
They did not. I don't know why.
Maybe because they saw how many we had in our can last time.
No.
It,
So
it just wasn't for me. As for food, yeah, everything I've gotten has been, I think, pretty darn good. Anthony had an
Apple cheese Danish. That was the most disgusting thing I've had. I didn't even eat it. But like their sweets here, like their pastries, they're made differently. They don't. I guess where I'm used to the processed stuff we have in the United States, it's not all. Maybe it's not all chemicalized. I don't know. It just tastes different.
it's a taste cultural shock when you get here. Like the pop or sodas taste sweeter. Grape Fanta tastes different here than it does back home.
So good.
Yeah.
So-
And Marty could tell you everything about ice cream. So
I've had so many ice creams. I almost had one just before as well.
Yeah.
Half one Fanta grape.
I might have to get that. Was it good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll get one tonight then
Tastes like
maybe.
Fanta grape.
Yeah. So the only downside to this big hotel we're in is there's only 4 lifts or 6 lifts.
There's 2 for floors 1
I think
through
it's-
15.
Yeah.
It goes up to like 30 something.
Yeah, but you have to get on the other one
Yeah,
to
it's
do
quite
it.
a tall,
There's
quite a
3
tall
and
building.
4. There's 3 and 4, 1 through 18.
And they have peak times, and if you're trying to use a lift at peak time, you could be standing outside, like if we wanted to go down for 10 minutes sometimes, maybe more, depending on the situation. But it hasn't been so bad since we got here.
It's been right.
I went to McDonald's, of course, and
The McDonald's is really good.
the McDonald's here are really good. So they have like this really new, it's a hamburger with egg on it. But when I go in, because I'm a vegetarian, I can eat egg. I just can't eat meat. And I ask them to remove it, and they always get confused. And 3 times I did it, they laughed when they made it. So Marty and I, at that one of the last towns we were in, I said, "Watch, they're gonna laugh when they make my meal." And he witnessed them doing it. But it's a really good meal, and everything looks picture perfect. You know, it's nothing's really spilling off the side. But as far as the parks go, I mean, how many parks did we figure out? How many parks did you do? Because you did a couple more than we did.
22.
22 parks. Jesus.
I mean, that includes any tiny little small things, including like, I mean, I consider Joypolis, it's a park.
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
It may only have like 2 main attractions, but there's more things to do there. But in terms of like actual rides, like it's a park.
Yeah, for sure. I it's on my park list. You know, there was a couple parks I didn't really want to spend money because I'd been to them. So like they went to Washousen Brazilian Highland Park. Is that how you call it?
Something.
I went there 19 years ago, and it wasn't the exciting park, and it's got the most stairs of any park. So I just sat outside the front gate and went to this little cafe and had a drink and some French fries while they went in there. And they weren't in there very long, but it was funny. I hope I got this on video. But when they walk out, every time I'm getting the reactions on video for something, they're all like, "Wow, you know, that was cool," and they all walked out and. They're like, "Yeah, it's time to go. This park sucks." Stuff.
And great views though.
Yeah, but the one reason I would have gone in there had the Sky Cycle ride been that famous Sky. I've done it before, but I want to do it again, and it was closed. They're refurbishing it, which is promising because that means it'll be around for a while. But it's the highlight of that park, the views. If you're looking for quality rides, it in there.
I like the Togo and
The drop tower. He likes the drop tower.
yeah, my restraint didn't lock at all.
Yeah.
And I told the ride, I was like, "No, it's not locked." And he's like, no. And he
No, he
said,
says, "Okay, okay, you okay." That's exactly how he said it.
I will say, I had a pretty low opinion of the park at first. When we finished all the rides, I was just like, I'm kind of done with this place. Let's just try bingo and go.
yeah.
But then the bingo just ended up being this absolutely insane Brazilian party, and it was just so much fun. They were getting really into it. For lunch, I had a coconut, just like legit a coconut, and then a hot dog, which also tasted really good. And in the middle of bingo, they just dropped everything, pulled 2 guys from the audience, and had a milkshake chugging contest. It was just
See, I didn't get to see any of that.
the
Bizarre.
most ridiculous thing, but it was so much fun. That honestly made my opinion of the park skyrocket. It's still by far my least favorite park of the trip, but I'm glad that we went.
We had a great day at Langenesia as well. There wasn't anybody there. But we rode a Gerstlauer bobsled, which was his 1000th, as we mentioned before. But they have a car that runs backwards on it. And I've never done one of those wild mouse things with backwards, and it's not a family ride in reverse.
It's quite intense.
Very
Yeah,
intense.
and then if you watch the 05 footage, you'll see this ride we did called Magical Powder. And so I recorded it, and just the reactions when they hit it, the end, it just leaves you like, yeah, okay, that was odd. It's a really cool ride
That's
system,
cool,
but
yeah.
And the log flume was great. There was some stuff that wasn't working. I remember a dragon swooping down near the end and spraying you with steam, but maybe that was a dragon at the beginning and it just wasn't moving, and it wasn't blowing steam.
Yeah, there was a dragon.
Yeah, but it got very close to the boat, and every time we'd see it get close to the boat, we'd go, ah. So maybe I'm just thinking of another ride or something. But we weren't there very long. It started getting really hot, and I fell victim to the sun again.
We also had to catch our bus.
Oh yeah, because we
And
had
the
to
rain is
walk.
coming.
Well, the trains and the bus,
Yeah.
and then the train again, and then the bus again.
But we walked a mile because we couldn't
Taxi.
figure out how to get taxi,
Taxi, yeah.
at a. So my JR pass is not working. It's not scanning, so I have to go to a window, and I didn't have anybody there, so I just kind of showed it at a video camera, and just walked through. Everybody else's passes, the ones since they've been. Vince is the only one that has. Or, no, Anthony's the only one that hasn't had anything happen, and our JR passes expire
Mine expires tonight.
tonight, and ours expire after tomorrow. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but it's sad that the trip has come to an end because everything is. There's been no drama with us. It's just been. We've just balanced everything. You know, like, oh, do we really need to come back to this park? Well, that will free us up for another park, and then, oh, we don't have to do a park today. Let's just do cultural stuff today. You know, and so when you do a trip like this, if you're just going bang, 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 bang parks, please take our advice and program days where you can just recharge your batteries because it makes a huge difference. And and then we kind of went on like at Fuji Q. I ran into them maybe 2 or 3 times, you know, and I just did my own thing, and just a lot of it I needed to document while Dodonapa was still, the structure was still standing. And if I'm being honest, it sucked to look at that because that's my favorite coaster in the world, but it was. So this morning when we were on the train and we were watching the Skyline go by, I got one little last visual credit, and it reminded me of when I was a kid, because when my father and mom would take me to Cedar Point in the 70s, I would sit in the back window while you're driving down the causeway watching the Skyline, which the biggest thing that you could see was like the double Ferris wheel at the time, and just watch it fade off. And I would get really like sad, like I'm not going to come back for another year. So there's kind of a little vibe of that today. And knowing that most likely when I return, that coaster structure won't be there. I got one of the cliche things, and I hugged his support. He took a picture of me. But yeah, editing these vlogs is going to be interesting because there's so many quirky little things we did on video. Yeah, a lot of thumbs up from Marty. He's going to be known as the thumbs up guy for sure. I filmed a commercial with him drinking Pocari Sweat with commentary from Vince, and then you'll understand this perhaps, but if you do watch these vlogs, you'll be really cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Really cool.
That'll make sense. But I don't think there's anything I would ever change. I would do this exactly the same way. But I'll be honest, the next time I come here, it won't be coaster park related stuff. It'll be country, because for me, that outweighed. I mean, these guys have never been here, so I fully understand them wanting to visit everything. But I've learned on this trip that if I'm going overseas to someplace, it's going to be about the country mainly. And if there's a park that I see, I can go into it. I don't have to plan to do park trips anymore. But we're all ready to get home. Oh, I was going to ask about the sweat drink because Conan,
Conan? Like the American...
the Barbarian, or the
American-
Brian.
The Conan
Oh,
O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien. So the Pocari Sweat is one of my favorite drinks here. It's like a citrusy type thing, but it hydrates you very well.
Very well.
And on hot days, like yesterday was the first day. Oh, Conan O'Brien. Okay.
Yep.
Yesterday was the first day that wasn't scorching hot or humid.
It
And
felt so good.
other than the
Perfect,
first day when we went to Bennyland, it was just a soaker.
Yeah.
Which seems so long ago. God.
It was.
But getting home might be a bit chore. But the interesting thing is because my service has been terrible here, and Vince and I both had 2 full days where we couldn't pretty much do anything. So we both got an email from Verizon saying, "Hi,
Sorry.
sorry, we're going to credit you because it wasn't up to our standards that you had no service." And when we were at what park was it? Langandasia, I guess. Langandasia.
I know Disney Sea or Disney.
Well, the second time there was a whole afternoon, evening where mine didn't work, and then I manually went in and updated the security settings, and then it got better. But
Oh, it was after Laganasia.
yeah, it was after that. And a couple other times I tried to make a call back home, and all it does is beep, beep, beep. So I got to go get my phone looked at because this has not been a fun experience. Luckily, you won't see any of that because I'll edit all that crap out. But it's just been this is a brand new phone and it shouldn't be doing some of the stuff that it does. I suspect it just got super wet. It's supposed to be waterproof, but I don't know. But other than that little gripe, everything has just been, I can't wait. This is the first time I've done an international trip like this and recorded it all in one format. So 100% of everything that was recorded on this trip that will be in the vlogs was recorded on my iPhone 15 Pro Max in HDR. I didn't record it in ProRes resolution because the files, it would have been too much. So it does a really good job at night stuff, so that'll be good. Yeah, it's going to make it easy to edit, and I'm looking forward to it. So my goal is to have the first part out by the end of, at least the end of July, but I won't release it until the HDR option is available, and that sometimes can take a week for YouTube to process, And I won't be doing the live stream stuff because it dumbs it down to 1080p, and I know 99.8% of you don't care about that stuff, but for me, it matters. So, so be it. But God, what would be? So I'm just gonna go around here, and what was if you were telling somebody about this 3-week trip, and you had to pick one highlight? It's gonna be difficult, but what would that be for you?
Hokuge.
Okay, so Hokuge.
Oh, I thought you would have gone for like a Jupiter or something.
Jupiter is my second favorite.
That's amazing. Wow. So yeah, everybody's had different ride experiences, even on the same train. It's really strange.
So going into this trip, Hokuge was my most anticipated coaster in the world. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've done it now. So
Did it live up to?
Yeah.
Right?
It's really good.
Anthony?
Coaster related?
Or anything?
Vending machines? I mean, that's my third favorite.
I'll come back. I'm still.
Okay, he's processing. We're all processing everything.
Quick fire, go.
I feel like our time at Himeji, not just Central Park, but also the castle, and just the vibe of the day.
How about the castle afterwards?
Yeah, it was just the perfect storm of everything going well. The staff at Himeji was great. The crowds were dead. We got just unlimited rides on everything.
We did start off with
It did start off
It
with a
was
bit of a
scary,
worry because it was
yeah.
like 3,000 yen and 3,800 on
It's
top of the 3,000 to
super
enter.
super expensive park and 2 coasters that we had no idea if they were going to open or not.
Yeah, because I had it on the
Maybe
signage at the start.
that added into the
To the
to
anticipation or something.
the fact that it came out on top.
Like it
it's
adds
a surprising
appreciation.
moment. The anticipation.
Absolutely, I completely agree there. Just the fact that it started out kind of iffy and then just grew exponentially from there. That absolutely made that day a highlight of the trip.
And initially, I think at Diablo, they said was closed.
6.
Six. But then we saw a little van, then they said, what did they say? Like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. And we're like, yeah, cool.
We're like, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
it opened at 1.
And
It was
Marty
perfect.
Marty said it on my stream from that park, because I had to do 2 streams because the Wi-Fi was weird. Marty said, it's hotter here today than it was at Universal, and I'm having a better day.
Yeah.
Because Universal's lines outside were brutal. And I mentioned it before, but Marty and I left like after 3 hours.
Yeah.
We wanted to go into the Super Nintendo World, but they warned us. They were like, it's overwhelming with crowds. We were sick of people
Yeah.
and just left. So
I want to ask me what my worst experience of Japan was.
Oh, no.
Afterwards.
okay.
But yeah, back to Himeji. And then Diablo opened, and we got like multiple rides and
So many rides on it.
so many rides on the ride ops. Let us sit in this,
Yeah.
seats. Didn't have to leave the station.
and it was just running.
Did you
awesome.
check out
Yeah, it was just
Kiwi Style?
Kiwi style. Where's that?
What's Kiwi Style?
I mean,
Is that
I'm a
Marty
Kiwi.
thing?
Who asked that?
Was that Derek?
That was Derek, yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to see who comments, but by the way, get these. These are good. I love this. This brand's called Pure, and it's fruit flavored, like gummy. They're just really good. So they're these little.
Kiwi style sounds like it should be like an offensive slur for you.
Oh, wow. all I can think was like In-N-Out burger where it's like animal style. You know?
We've Marty and I spend when we should be going to sleep. I've learned so much about New Zealand through him, and
And the differences in
and the
words.
differences in words and like how he says time is different than ours, and it's been
like-
awesome.
half past 7 instead of 7:30.
Yeah.
Like 8:45 instead of 8:45.
Yeah,
Like,
see-
why would you say 8:45?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
And you've also been calling the elevators lifts, so I think
Yeah.
you're starting to correct
Oh
them.
my god, I have. Yeah, okay. It's been it happens to me anytime I hang out with anybody from a different country. When I hang out with Brits for more than a week, I pick up little things in their language, and then when I go back home, they're like, "What are you talking at me for?" So if I start, "Dencho no eki wa doko desu ka? Mamanoku."
Mamanaku.
We knew what that was.
Yeah.
We've been hearing it the whole trip, so I said it in my phone. I said Mamanaku, and it says
Like soon?
shortly.
Oh, shortly, yeah.
Yeah, so you hear that before.
Yeah,
Height is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I told him the Japanese language doesn't seem like it's very efficient because like the way they write, like from what I understand, like it takes a few characters perhaps to say one like B or something. I don't know understand it. You would know better than he speaks a lot more Japanese than I do. He's been doing
our
incredible.
Japanese translator.
Yeah.
I'm trying
So
my best.
I mean, he's been
Not
doing
about
great.
this.
There's been a couple times where where did we order that food, that restaurant in
Kitty Yosho or whatever. the place
yeah, we went to this place and it was a chore. We knew it was going to
was. The
happen.
proper Japanese place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Vince couldn't help us there.
Yeah, we went to this restaurant. It was across the street from the hotel, and the food looked really good. So we were like,
It was good.
She said we were handsome.
Yeah.
But they spoke no English. The menus, zero English. Like most of the menus here have a little English, and
Or
they
like
also have
pictures too.
pictures of the food next to the the word
Good point.
the things. But this restaurant had none of that. So it was it was absolutely the hardest experience we had in Japan with ordering.
Yeah.
But the food was good.
Yeah, and the funniest thing about that all is we didn't actually order anything,
Yeah.
but she just brought food to
Oh my
us.
god! It just kept on. Anthony had like a whole course, and then he was like, "Is it done?" No, there's more coming out.
But we were just like we looked at something and we were just trying to understand it. And when we finally understand it, we were like, "Cool!" And then she walked away.
Yeah, she just walked away and thought, okay, she'll come back and get our orders soon.
But
But then she turned up with food.
came back with what the thing that we had just finally figured out what it was. Really cool experience. I'm glad that we did it once.
I am
but
too.
I'm glad that we didn't do it twice.
Yeah.
Worst part? Worst thing for you? You said?
Do we want to go there?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, so honestly, that it's weird because it sounds like if I look at the list of parks that we've done this trip, the two best parks should either be Disney Sea, Universal, or Disneyland. But in all honest opinion, Disney Sea and Universal were my two least favorite parks of this trip.
For me
Hands-
as well.
hands
I felt differently before, but there's something that's changed.
Yeah, like the parks themselves are nice, great attractions, beautiful, but just the experience there is just terrible. Not only just because of the heat, but like all the people, and you constantly have to be on your app and book stuff, and I just don't like that. I just want to go to a park like Himeji Central Park, for example. You turn up, you pay your ticket, and you ride the rides. Doesn't matter if there's
Yeah.
one person or 5 million.
I agree. I mean, it's just Disney Sea was my favorite park in the world until this trip, and it's not a lot of it has to do with the app stuff and the thing, but there's just something that's changed. We were talking about it this morning. There's something that's changed in various industries and everything, but it's like the quality is starting to slip down and the quantity is starting to go up or something. It's really strange. It doesn't feel like that was. I mean, visually Disney Sea is incredible, but I don't know. It was just.
I mean, we couldn't even get food because
it was terrible.
I mean, we got entry to Fantasy Springs and we were supposed to do Peter Pan, but then the ride broke down and we had to
Yeah.
wait like an hour and we couldn't leave the land and then come back because you only have
And they wouldn't let us
entry
get food.
and we couldn't get food because the next entry to the
Food
restaurant
place, you
was
have
like
to have the app.
It was like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
So we can't wait 2 hours for food.
Yeah.
It was a
And
terrible
that was
experience.
just the mobile ordering, just to get stuff to take with you. There was a
Yeah.
2 hour wait for that. And we were just like, wow. But I mean, it's, everything's not going to be perfect, but we certainly made the best out of everything, I think. So,
Hopefully Lee has a better experience at
at
Disney World.
Yeah. But man, it's just been. It's cliche to say, but it has really been a blur. It's just been. I can't believe it's over. We still have one more day in Tokyo. We're going to try to do a coaster tomorrow, all together, and that'll be the period at the end of the trip, or the exclamation point, I should say. Period sounds nasty. Whatever. Bookend. Thank you. And then we go home the next day, and it'll take me a couple weeks to dissolve everything we've just done. It was really something, and if you have a chance in your life to visit this country, not even thinking about amusement parks, just try to get here and spend maybe a week, spend some time in Tokyo, and then go far away from Tokyo just to see the contrast, because it's completely different. The good thing is, if you're comfortable and you need your kind of local 7-Elevens and stuff like that, they're freaking everywhere. So, you got popcorn.
Yeah, 7-Elevens, Family Marts, Lawson's.
Yeah, and there was that new one that we saw in the station. And keep in mind that there are train stations that don't have correct signs. Marty and I got bit by that a couple times, but then like the Tokyo station he went tonight to, he said it was flawless because the signs were marked
Yeah,
properly.
it's like one of the biggest stations, and you just go anywhere, and then you just follow the signs. Eventually, you'll turn to the right place. Like platform 3, cool. There it is. Yeah. What was the other state? Was it Osaka? That was Universal. Nagoya. Yeah.
These guys have been absolutely super in comparing notes, what trains, they love doing it. So I've had very, very involvement in that, other than looking at them the night before.
Yeah, we made a slight. Well, what happened today?
So we were leaving, and there was a train on the platform. And I'm like, oh, I think this is our train. And Marty said, I don't think it's our train. And I'm like, are you sure it's not our train? It's the right platform. And he's like, no, it should be at this time. Then I looked at the app, and I'm like, you are right. And
then it left, and then maybe like a minute or two, the other one turned up. So I'm glad.
Yeah, don't jump on a train thinking that's the one because it showed up early, because that will bite you.
And also, when we came back, we went on, I think, platform 3.
Oh yeah, this is funny.
And we tried to exit to get to our next train, and then realized
as we're heading up.
Yeah, as we're heading up the escalator. Escalator?
Yeah.
We realized that our next platform, is actually just on the same platform on the other side. So we went up, and then we went back down on the other escalator.
It's funny because we got off the orange.
Hey, Jack. Yes, Jack. Absolutely, it's been a fun. This is Jack Larimore, longtime coaster fan.
Oh, nice. Hello.
I met you in '99, I think, at either Americana or Kings Island, if I'm not mistaken.
1999.
No,
1899.
2000. I think it was August 2002. I met you. It was right after the ACC. I can't remember. Usually I can, but my mind has just been the whole trip. But yeah, they've been. I mean, the train stuff. If it intimidates you, use Google Maps. And then another one of the highlights is when Marty missed out on this, but we went to. It's been a while, yes. We went to hear we're doing all this music references. We went to Hiroshima and the Atomic Bomb Dome, and then we went to the island and pet some deer and went to the shrine, and it was awesome. I think we already talked about this, but you'll see in the video. When we got to the shrine, it was all water and you couldn't go over to it, and then we went to the aquarium and came back, and the tide went out, so you were able to walk up to it. And man, what a heavy day, but a great day. And then is that the only thing we did that day?
Karaoke.
Oh, and then we did karaoke at night. Oh, so
That was very cool.
it was very cool. Although I don't advise you. There's Meshuggah on there, and it's not worth karaoke. But it was fun to get that out. And then like today when we got on our trains, it was pretty open. So I'm like, oh, listen to music and kind of bounce around a bit and all that stuff. And then it just went real quick. So at one point I was sitting down in the seat, and there was a woman just staring. She was a short woman, just like this. And I'm like, okay. So I just kept on doing this. And then every once in a while, I'd see a little glimmer of Vince on the other side in between people. And then I would look at Anthony and just make sure that, because he could see him, so we knew when to get up. And it just got more crowded, crowded. And then she finally got off the thing. But if you're claustrophobic, the trains are not for you, because some of those rides, even if you don't have bags, I mean, you're ass to ass with people, you know.
Sardines.
Yeah. But it's part of life here. No, and everybody's quiet on the trains except us. God, what else? Man, there's been the Shinkansens. We took our last one yesterday.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, he said it when we were leaving.
Hey, my ticket still works till midnight.
Yeah.
Let's go. Quick ride.
But they're so comfortable. They're so fast. They have a top. They can go up to 200. I know that because it happened in 2019. But the top speed when you're going long distance is about 185 miles an hour. And if you had your eyes shut, you would not even know that. It's incredibly smooth. We watched them how they dispatch. Everybody's using it looks like a mechanical watch, and they do all these visual cues for I guess cameras. And Jeff Johnson can explain this better, but they leave on the second. And if you miss a train, it's certainly because it didn't leave early. So, but yeah, what else do we want to say?
Just
What was your favorite park of the trip,
Oh, favorite park.
based on experience?
Oh, the Central Park, I think.
Yeah,
That was
actually.
the most fun. Yeah.
what's your? How about your most the best revisited park?
That's a good one.
You know what? Probably maybe Nagashima Spa Land, out of all things, because that was Steel Dragon. My rides on Steel Dragon were my favorite rides of the day. I mean, I love Hakuge, but Steel Dragon, the last ride that Anthony and I took on Steel Dragon, yeah, the mid course just barely touched the train, and so those never-ending bunny hills were just. We were freaking out. Oh my god, it was so good. What was the other one you asked? Somebody asked two questions. Most revisited park, and then.
What about best new credit of the trip?
Well, I only got
Yeah,
10
but-
credits. You know what?
10. That's a lot more than I thought you'd get.
Maybe
Yeah.
I haven't. I stopped counting at 11, 11, 11, or 11, 11. Yeah, that's what it's silly. You know what? Maybe SoCon. Maybe so. What was new for me here? Anything big? Was that the biggest new one for me?
Did Pirates Blast?
Pirates Blast. That was janky, but really cool restraints. Sets.
Yeah.
Marty and I are sore, we think, from that ride, our knees.
Oh, I made some bruise
Yeah,
on
he's
my
got-
knee.
There was that coaster in Bennyland from the manufacturer who did Top Thrill 2.
The water one.
The water one.
Yeah. You'll see that.
Wait, what?
The little Zamperla swinging coaster.
The
Was
one
that
that we
new
got.
one? Was that new one for you?
Oh yeah, that wasn't there
okay.
when I was there. There
Oh,
was
with all
two
the water dripping on
There
it.
was two. Everything I got that was new was pretty family,
That's funny.
pretty much family credits. But
Top Thrill.
yeah. God, what else did?
Legoland.
Legoland was new for me. When we were in that park, it was raining and we weren't there very long, but it was.
It was nice, was it?
Yeah, we had a great time there.
I feel like you're.
Cost a lot of money for
It did,
two
but it was a really cool park, and we did a castle that day too,
Yeah.
in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like your 1111 was probably your least favorite.
I wrote a
yeah.
turd for my 1111th. It was called GP Racer.
GP Rush,
Something.
I think.
Yeah.
Who made that?
Oh,
Some
Shui Hui something?
It's the same folks that made the coaster. I didn't count the drifting thing. I think it's the same company.
That thing was cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But it was a racing coaster, and so we were.
Sanyo.
Yeah.
Oh, Sanyo. So you sit in the motorcycle seats, but like Anthony and Vince were on one side, and Marty and I were on the other side, and for some reason, maybe because they mistaken us for basketball players, which happened on this trip, go figure. But we had to sit with like our knees like on the floor.
Yeah,
And,
the back seat is.
Yeah,
very weird.
it was really strange and it was uncomfortable. And I was like, "Oh, this will be fun," but there's terrible transitions and the cars bang around, and that translates into your legs just being thrashed on that ride. So I never pick milestone rides for milestones. I just let them happen. But that's one that I wish I would have probably waited because we missed a credit there. But Vince and I got incredible footage of this. I don't know what it was called. The
The
other
drifting
one.
thing?
No, the one that we could follow up the lift.
Rocky
Oh,
Coaster.
Rocky Coaster. It looks like we're recording with drones because the lift hill's right by this pathway, and my camera and he has a gimbal and all that stuff, but I have to give it to iPhones. They make video a lot smoother. It's not perfect, but there's some chasing shots I got on this trip that are just dream shots for me. Yeah, so the plan is to release each day from this, and there's going to be a couple that are be double days, but release one every week. And the reason I do that is because the algorithm is so screwed up right now that
Yes, please.
I want people a week to be able to know that it's up if they want to see it. If I don't care how many people watch it. I just want to give the option. Oh, I've had plenty of those there. That's fine. Thank you. And if it takes 20 weeks to get through this, it will. As it stands right now, I have so much stuff uploaded that's being released every couple weeks that goes into 2027 right now. So all that's going to be pushed back until the series is done, so it doesn't kind of bleed into everything. But it's going to be fun. They'll be very basic, but they'll be a lot of fun. There's all kinds of fun little things that make no sense, and they made no sense when we recorded them. As a matter of fact, I would shut the camera off and look at Vince and say, well, that didn't make any sense, but I'm throwing it in there. So little things like that. And then please check out the social media. Are you Civilian Satellite on the other platforms too?
Yes.
Okay, so look up Civilian Satellite. And Anthony, do you just have Instagram?
Yeah, pretty much.
So Anthony's, is it just your, oh no, you're Airtime
Some
Monkey.
monkey.
Airtime.
Airtime Monkey. And I have never seen an individual get so excited over monkeys as, I mean,
Yeah.
plush
Oh.
things and,
When on Magical Powder, he
oh yeah.
announced to the entire
Oh
park.
yeah, yeah. I posted that.
Hey, that's a monkey. Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. And what,
No,
nothing? Okay, he's just kind of in the background, but yeah, we do a lot of that. But it's interesting because we've all had different experiences on rides. Like for instance, near the beginning of the trip, we went to Yami Airline. It was really busy, and I didn't have a bad ride on Bandit, but Anthony did. But then you guys
Oh,
had
it's
great
terrible.
ride. Yeah, I mean I thought he was joking at first, but no, he hated it. And then you guys had decent rides on Ijanaga yesterday, and I had a terrible one. So I've just discovered that they don't mend well, those things with my shoulders for some reason. And it feels like I've done a bunch of sit-ups because the second half of that ride is just constantly throwing me around. But I'm glad it was better than my last ride, and I will give it that. And it's way better than any ride I got on X2. It's just such a marvel of engineering that they can do that on that ride. And it's intimidating when you walk up to it. It's a monster. And even though Fujiyama is taller, it doesn't look as intimidating. So, in my opinion, and the sad thing is they took out the crazy drive-through haunted house for the new coaster. The one that they grab you in the dark and all that, it's gone. And then the hospital thing was closed yesterday. But I just spent literally the entire day yesterday just walking around filming the park and filming from the Ferris wheel the remains of my former favorite coaster. So, but
What's your new favorite coaster now?
I don't have one.
No.
Yeah, I don't. As soon as I made that, I was like, there isn't anything else I can ride. I used to say my favorite in the United States were like Steel Vengeance and Fury, but none of those for the intensity matched the one that was at Fuji-Q. And the only reason I loved the one at Fuji-Q is because it didn't feel good. It was so intense that you got off the ride and you're like, yeah, that's probably not healthy, but it's a memory I won't forget. And that's another big theme of this trip. It's all been about making memories. And oh, I don't know if I want to try this. Well, hell, it's about making memories. That type of thing. And we celebrated the last 2 nights with Jackson Cokes. Oh, people are commenting. You should look up Cooking Hostel, cartoon funny for metalheads. Okay. We've been doing a lot of metal stuff on this trip too, and karaoke stuff, and it's just been amazing. Vince and I were sharing music back and forth on one of the train rides on one of the Shinkansens because it was like 2 hours long or something.
Yeah.
And you can just sleep on those things, and that's the other thing. We found a little trick. Now, once I say it, everybody's going to know to do it. Not that it matters, but so everybody likes to board the Shinkansens like in the middle, and then the first usually 3 to 5 cars are. I get my second chance to ride X2 in August. Whoops, watched one train test went out there before. Oh, Jack, okay. Ride in an inside seat. Although I can't remember if you like to be like thrown around on rides.
Like be beat up. Yeah.
Yeah, but shit. What was I just saying?
And cars.
Go to car 1.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. God, man. We walked the whole distance of the train just to get in car 1 because less people go there for the non-reserved, and you're most likely to get a seat just by going to that car. Now, make sure it's a 16-car train and not an 8-car train, because then you'll be running to try to catch that version of 1. But it worked pretty much I think I only had to stand 1/2 hour for something.
Yeah.
But,
The way to Greenland.
Yeah. And that's a chore park to get to, by the way.
Then there was one day we got a Shinkansen ride.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes.
we were in our
Shinkansen.
own car. That's good. Yeah, we were in our own. We had our own car, so that was awesome.
And it was also car 1.
Car 1.
Car 1, that's right. They're just amazing. They go so fast. You can just see the clouds go. And then when you're in the tunnels, your ears do weird things. If you have earbuds in, it makes it even worse. And the music gets silent. You got to take them out. At least with mine, I had to. But
What about if you're in the ones that stop at the stations and the Nozomi just flies past?
oh
That's
yeah,
really
see,
cool.
I didn't get this properly on video. I got it from the train, but so if you're in a Shinkansen station and they go and there's 2 stations, but there's tracks in the middle. While they're loading, the other trains, they have it timed out perfectly. You can zoom through there at full speed. And they go by so fast that if you do not have your camera ready, you're going to miss it in seconds.
Oh, yes.
So we saw a bunch of like professional camera guys just sitting there with these huge lenses getting ready to get that. And at one point yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before,
2 days ago.
2 days ago, we're walking to where hello from New Jersey, RCT to Nerd. Well, hello. Maybe I'm saying that wrong.
Konnichiwa.
Hello from Konnichiwa.
Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. RCT.
Oh, okay.
Planet
RC.
Coaster 2 just got
Oh
announced.
yeah, that looks cool.
Well, hello from New Jersey. Hello from Tokyo. But they go by so fast. So I was facing Vince, and he was in front of me, and he turned around, and all I see was his eyes go. And then I turned my corner, and it went. I mean, you would not believe how fast it is. It's just that quick. So I didn't get one I don't think I recorded one from the platform, but I recorded a couple from the train as they were going by, and they can, if you're not prepared, they'll scare you. Especially the local trains.
The local trains,
The
yeah,
doors
because
go.
So close together as well.
Oh gosh. Man, the taxis have all been amazing. With luggage, that it's not a problem. They just give you a bigger. Are they more expensive? The bigger
No.
ones?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. How much was our taxi today? It was like
1,200.
1,200.
Yeah. And
The short taxi rides are really cheap.
Yeah.
yeah, we took
I
a
think-
couple long ones.
Yeah, I think they start off on 500 yen as like a base fee, and then there's add-on.
Yep.
But as well,
If
especially
you're
with 4 people.
if you're pressed for time when you visit Nasu Highland, I've done the buses to that park twice, and it's a long journey with buses and all the stops and all that stuff. So we opted just to do the taxi, and it was a half an hour, 20 minutes maybe, half an hour taxi ride,
35 minutes.
and it was expensive, but we got up there and oh, there's a question for you. What park did you want to visit but we didn't?
I mean, well, basically the only parks we missed out on was Hamanako Pao Pao,
Monkey
Um,
Park,
Monkey Park, and
Higashiyama Zoo.
Yeah,
Those were the only three we missed out on? Really? That's really good.
that's really good.
That's really good. Wow.
And they were all 3 quick visits, or supposed to be quick visits anyway.
Vince at one point was going to try to do Pow Pow tomorrow,
Yeah, it was up for consideration.
but then the
it's-
weather kind of.
It's the weather will cooperate, but it's like a 3-hour journey.
Journey that way and then 3 hours back to
Yeah.
Tokyo.
That's a hard one to justify for that. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful location, but it's a strange park, man.
See,
I
I
mean-
definitely can't do it because my
Yeah,
pass-
his pass expires
pass-
tonight.
Yeah. And I'm in Tokyo, for crying out loud. It's one of the greatest cities in the world. I'm gonna enjoy my time here tomorrow.
Yeah, we're all kind of we're gonna go. I think we're taking a water taxi again tomorrow
Yes.
to that park, and then we're
That's
all gonna
another
kind of
highlight.
split. But Marty and I, tomorrow we are going to go to a cat
Oh,
cafe,
yeah.
and
Do you
we
know
went
that?
to a
I
pet
did
store.
Oh.
But we're
Okay.
both fanatics with cats, and I miss my cats at home. But man, just the wildlife here has been amazing. Just we really enjoyed interacting with the deer, although they were being annoying to Vince because they wanted his ice cream.
No, they were fine.
Yeah,
I have a dog. The deer were nothing.
that's there you go. But it's just this. It sounds made up or a PR answer, but I really mean it from the bottom of my heart that this country is filled with so much magic, and the people are just absolutely the nicest I've ever encountered in my entire life. They go out of their way to make sure you're comfortable. They may not understand why you want to make your hamburger an egg burger or stuff like that, but it's worth a visit in your life. And it's probably when you get here, and I don't know if these guys feel that way, but for my first visit, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was so much better. And so I don't know what you guys thought Japan would be like, but if it matched what you thought it would be, or
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea what to expect really. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it didn't underdeliver,
right.
but also I had no expectations. So I don't know.
It matched it.
Yeah, it matched. Yeah, matched it.
We
yeah.
won't come back in July ever again. It's so hot.
Yeah, I'd say that it matched my expectations, but that's not to say that everything I expected was met, but it was kind of just an act of finding new things in the country to appreciate, and stuff that I hadn't considered before, but just ended up being something else really cool to love about this country.
Yeah. This is my third visit, and I told them this morning they're still surprised here, and that's just something that's been out of my life for so long that it takes a lot for me to get excited about something new, ride-wise, or any of that stuff. And Anthony had the best look at it because he came in here totally blind, so everything was. He didn't have expectations, so it was, it's easy for you.
It's all new.
All new. But I think we're going to end it here. It's just about an hour. We've been doing this for an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's 58 minutes now. So I'm going to try to do more of these at home because I'm not visiting any more parks except one. Lee, I'll see you there. And then I'm done, I think, for the year. What was that?
No.
Oh yeah, the lights. Oh, this one's still okay. This was, there's night lights here.
About.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. He's leaving.
Bye.
So, thanks for watching these. If you watch them after they're uploaded, they're probably not the most exciting things. But see Anthony,
Bye.
and then
Anthony.
yeah, and then but we've had such a blast here. It says enjoy the rest of your trip. Hope to run into you later this year. Yeah, Jack, for sure. Jack and I have this weird thing where we just run into parks randomly, and it's always been that way. And then for some reason, I don't know if you remember this, Jack. I'm sure you do. Every coaster event we would do, Jack would win something big. Every one. He would win media day invites. He'd win coaster parts or something. I don't remember. But he was also known as the guy that wins. And there was, I'd be like, what's he doing here?
Rigged.
But good dude. And Derek, if you're still watching, Oh, yeah, Derek later. I've never met Derek.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're in Marysville, perhaps. It's only like half an hour from me. But one of these days I'll meet you, dude. But look out for Coasting in Japan 2024 coming to a YouTube near you. You're probably going to have to search for hours to find it, but it will be up. So, any last words, guys, about our trip in Tokyo?
If you've been following the streams, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for following along. If you haven't followed the streams and just have been watching them after the fact, then hope you enjoyed.
And I can't wait to see his vlogs. So, I think it's well.
Oh, I was gonna turn.
But we're gonna
off
go.
light.
We may go up onto the roof of this building. We're on the 15th floor, and the view is on the 34th.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're halfway.
Halfway, but we don't want to deal with the lift situation. Oh no! Here we go. Okay, with that, we're gonna end it, guys. It just passed six. It's just over 60 minutes. So, thanks again. We have a very. I'm gonna record some stuff tomorrow, but we won't do any streams. But unless there's like an earthquake or something, who knows? But we're going to. We have I have like a 40-hour travel day or something, probably more than that coming up, and then I'm probably gonna have to sleep for half the day just to get back on my schedule because we're very used to the time here. It gets very bright early here, and it still kind of screwed us up. You know, at like 4 a.m. It's
And dark early as well.
yeah, it really is. So, all right, everybody, have fun, and you'll hear from me back in the States. I keep on looking. It's very weird. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys, if I can end this.
Bye.
Oh, you know what? We forgot the lights.